This has got to be the most consistently captivating, character-driven series on TV. I've loved all 3 seasons, to varying degrees. And season 3 is no different. This third installment is tense, enthralling, and hilarious. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're new, check out the rest of the channel and let me know what you think. Let's dive into The White Lotus, Season 3. I think of all of the seasons thus far, I enjoyed this set of characters the most. Not to mention the absolutely top-notch performances from the likes of Walton Goggins, Jason Isaacs, Patrick Schwarzenegger, and Carrie Coon. Plus, we get a Sam Rockwell appearance, which was pretty cool and unexpected. This season takes the illustrious yet embattled hotel chain to the shores of Thailand. I enjoyed the Italian backdrop of Season 2, but the return to a tropical and breathtaking setting was a phenomenal choice. The scenery and locations are gorgeous and incredible, as well as the utilization of the prominent Buddhist religion in this area. Mike White is the sole writer of this show, which is insane to think about. But in Season 3, he invents some of the more interesting characters and crafts some of the most compelling plot lines that we've seen so far. My favorite being Jason Isaacs' Tim Ratliff thread. I've always really enjoyed Isaacs. He's one of those actors that always pops up in stuff and he's always gives an incredible performance, but I've always felt like he's never quite gotten the attention that he deserves. The guy can act his ass off, and in The White Lotus, he is amazing. As a viewer, you begin this season just despising everything this guy stands for. He's this serial materialist. All he cares about is his money, being the best at what he does, having nice things. He's a wealthy socialite. And throughout the course of the season, he grows to let those things go and learns to care more about the things that really matter in life, like his family. Sure, it takes him most likely being jailed for fraud and almost committing suicide as well as killing his family to get there, but hey, sometimes in life it takes very traumatic moments to snap us back to reality. I love the Walton Goggins storyline as well. Rick has spent most of his life pretty much lost. His father was killed at a young age. He's never really had a set path before him, and he just holds so much anger and frustration towards the world that he's never been able to find any semblance of happiness or peace. Even with the support from his incredibly understanding and unflinching girlfriend, he finally decides to confront his father's alleged killer, hoping to get revenge, but in the moment he turns a new leaf, realizing that he's not capable of this. Unfortunately, they come to blows, only this time Rick does pull the trigger, leading to the deaths of him and Chelsea, and it's sad, but at the same time, it's somehow beautiful that they go out of this life together. Now listen, I could talk about the performances and the storylines all day long because they are all very good, but I want to specifically discuss Mike White's writing. He has such a knack for building tension. From that opening scene with the gunshots echoing through the jungle, you're hooked. And he keeps you hooked for 8 episodes as you turn over every rock, analyze every character, and investigate every on-screen interaction to try and pinpoint who's behind it all. And it could be almost anybody. At so many points in this season, just about every character shows that they have either something to hide or something that has ignited this flame of vengeance inside of them. Rick going after his father's killer, Tim with his investigation, Greg trying to hide out unnoticed from the world after Tanya's death. Even Valentine, his friends secretly robbed the White Lotus at gunpoint. The list goes on. And White keeps you guessing and on your toes for the entire time. And he interweaves the storyline so well that when the actual person behind the gun is revealed, It never feels forced or out of left field. It feels satisfying. Lastly, the score and the cinematography both are just fantastic and expertly utilized. This show has always prided itself on using imagery, whether it's a still shot of a gorgeous Thailand sunset over the ocean, or just interspersed shots of chaotic jungle animals leaping through the forest to symbolize the unbalanced and beastly nature of man. I think Season 3 employs these tactics the best. And the score is ingenious. It fits the setting of this season so well with its tropical beats and jungle-style tones, yet it also lends itself so well to the mysterious nature of the narrative. I really only have one negative about this season, and that is with the pacing. This show has always been a slow burn, and I'm totally fine with that. In fact, I enjoy that aspect of this show. However, this season was a bit too slow starting off, especially with the Jacqueline Kate Lori storyline. This, coupled with the fact that there were so many plot threads this year, it felt a bit overstuffed in the beginning, and just a bit sluggish trying to set everything up. I mean, nothing really ever even happened with Fabian. I'm not sure why he got so much play early on in the season. I mean, it does get better in the back half, but the beginning was a bit tough to get through. In conclusion, The White Lotus continues this series' reputation as being one of the most compelling, well-acted, intricately written, and just purely enjoyably consistent shows on television. It may not be for everyone. I will grant that the humor is very dry and quite dark at times, and I understand why some might not be interested in that. But at its core, it's a show that captivates its audience with its mystery and intrigue and its very well developed characters. If Mike White can sustain this level of creativity, this show is going to be very good for a long, long time.